BGM Missoula. You're listening to Missing 中国. And today our language theme is the 110th element in the periodical table, which is Darmstadtium. And in Chinese it's Da, and I'll use Da, meaning to reach, to get to, as the homophone, as the theme. So, Mr. C, can you relate it to any movies?
Well, there is actually a science fiction movie called Arrival, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't relate it to that comfortably because I can't say anything about that. But when we talk about science fiction or journey films in general, there's always Arrival. And the greatest of all, in my opinion, of all time was Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. The realism in 2001 is still unmatched, even though that movie was made almost 60 years ago, almost.
Wow.
Well, maybe not. Maybe, let's say 55 years. Yeah.
Okay.
56 years ago. Anyway, 2001, A Space Odyssey is about the arrival of man, quote-unquote man, at his natural state. I don't want to give away the end of the movie, but the whole movie traces the history of man, quote-unquote, from when we were basically cave people or monkeys, whatever you want to call it, all the way to our journey to outer space, where we arrive at our final stage of evolution. 2001 is one of the most unique feature motion pictures ever made. It has a unique narrative structure. It has never been duplicated. The effects, the special effects, still hold up today, even though they're all in-camera effects. It is an astonishing achievement. The only thing about 2001 that I would say today is that the pacing is very glacial, slow, and deliberate. And in 2024, most people have abridged attention spans. They can't pay attention to anything on the movie screen for more than 2 seconds if there isn't an explosion or something. So if you struggle with attention, this might not be your movie.
Interesting. So it's a science fiction one, of course, right?
That's correct. Written based on the short story by the famous science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke. The short story, actually the name escapes me right now, but Arthur C. Clarke and Stanley Kubrick worked on the screenplay together, and Arthur C. Clarke wrote a novel based on that.
Thank you for the recommendation. 2010, right?
2001.
Oh,
A
I'm
Space
sorry.
Odyssey.
2001, The Space Odyssey.
A Space Odyssey.
A Space Odyssey.
There eventually was a sequel called 2010, but it's not nearly as good.
Interesting. Thank you for the recommendation. Enjoy, everybody.